Are you confused on how to form an LLC, not sure where to get started? Maybe you have a dream business and want to take it to the next level. You've come to the right place. My name is Nick the Entrepreneur, and in this video, I want to talk about how to properly form an LLC quick, fast, and easy so that you can structure your business properly. Stay tuned.
Class is in session, only right that you stay in your seat. I position straight.
When it comes to having an LLC, we have to ask ourselves two questions. Number one, what is an LLC? Number two, what are the benefits of even having an LLC? An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, and it's one of the many structures in order to structure and legitimize your business. There are many benefits to having an LLC, which include the following. Number one, when the business faces financial obligations over time, it incurs debt. Therefore, it allows you to mitigate risk management. Number two is that it provides legal protection. An LLC allows you to separate your personal assets from your business assets. What that really means is that any assets that are owned by the business are only affected, but not your personal assets. Another good thing about having an LLC is that in the eyes of the government, it makes you legitimate. It encourages investments. Let's say you're looking for funding to grow and scale your business. Now, in the eyes of the government and other entities, you look more professional. The other thing that's super important about having an LLC is that it provides peace of mind. Knowing that your business is structured properly means that you can go to sleep at night, which I think as a business owner is very important. For all my aspiring business owners out there, comment below what business are you looking to start in 2024. Now that we understand what an LLC is and its benefits, let's dive into the 5 steps in order to form your LLC. When it comes to picking a business name, this is the foundational step that most people miss. Picking a business name means the start of everything in your business. You want to make sure that your name is not only unique, but actually available. You also want to make sure that the industry that you're in isn't in the business name. And here's why. Did you know that picking the wrong business name could limit you from funding and all types of other resources? For example, there are many industries that are high risk: real estate, trucking, and so many more different types of industries that you may not even know about. It's best to follow the companies that exist around us today. Look at Amazon, look at Apple, look at Microsoft. Look how they pick unique but generic names at the same time. So you just want to make sure that your name is proper, it's simple, but it's unique. And when I mean unique to you and your brand. In order to know that your business name is available, you want to check with your state's registration site. This is usually a database where many business names exist, and that way you can choose your business name properly. It's important to understand that when you're choosing a business name, you have to comply with naming convention rules. Usually most LLCs include LLC in the name or limited liability company. Check with your state's rules in order to comply with the naming conventions to properly set up your business. Now that we've selected a unique business name, it's time to choose the state of formation in order to properly form our LLC. But before we do that, we have to understand 3 things. Number one, we have to do a little bit of research ourselves to understand which state is even right for us. Just because you live in a certain state doesn't mean you should start a business there. Number two, we need to consult with a tax professional because, as we know, each state has different tax benefits in order to structure your LLC. Number three, there are rules and regulations in order to comply. It's probably best to talk to a lawyer that understands how to form an LLC in that area. If you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur looking to take your business to the next level, maybe you need graphic design, maybe you need funding, maybe you need all types of resources in order to grow and scale your business. My company QuikBills wants to work with you. Book a consultation below, and let's get back to the video. By the 3rd step, which is filing your articles of organization, you should have your business pretty much conceptualized and ready to go at this point. Your articles of organization is the necessary paperwork in order to make your business legitimate. This is where you'll have the name, how the business is going to operate, the state that it's going to be filed in, and all these supporting roles and structures in order to make your business possible. In order to file your articles of organization, you can visit the irs.gov, where you can do the paperwork online, you can mail it in, or you can even do it in person at the Secretary of State. Remember, each state has their own filing fee. You should have enough research in order to know what money you have to bring to the table in order to form your LLC. For example, in Michigan, it's only $25 annually in order to keep your business compliant. But if you're somewhere else like California, the fees are a lot higher. In order to understand how a business works, we have to understand how a business operates. In the fourth step, we're going to create an operating agreement, which is a detailed agreement that dictates how the business is actually structured. This agreement is going to detail how many members are in the LLC, what their responsibilities are, what are the shares of the company, what is the profit loss distribution of the company, what happens in tragic events when something happens to the CEO or the other remaining officers of the business. It's important to understand that each state does not require to have this document. I would say it's highly important to not only keep a structure in place of the company, but it lays out a game plan in case something happens, which we know in business, something is going to always happen. I do want to point out that an operating agreement is a forever changing document. Some entities don't require that you have an operating agreement, but let me tell you why you should. In case of emergency, people need to know how to address business accordingly. Number two is that in order to open a business bank account, sometimes a bank will require that you bring the operating agreement so that they can set up your business bank account. Creating an operating agreement is very simple. In order to create an operating agreement, I would use tools like ChatGPT to build the basis of an operating agreement for your industry. If you're vested in that industry, you know what terms and conditions to actually look for. After you do that and you have the basis of your operating agreement, you take it to a legal professional in order to proofread the legal document. Forming your LLC takes time. So now that you submitted the paperwork in order to form your LLC, it's now time to apply for an EIN and obtain any additional licenses in order to make your business legitimate. You may be asking yourself, why is an EIN important? And what is an EIN? An EIN is an employee identification number, and this number is used for tax purposes in order to open bank accounts, to hire employees. You can look at it like your business's social security number. Depending on your business type and location, you may want to research different permits and licenses in order to be in compliance with your state for your business. When it comes to entrepreneurship, I can compare it to being on a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs. At the end of the day, the gap between where you are and where you want to be solely depends on the information and the action that you're willing to take. So now that you understand the 5 steps in order to properly form your LLC quick, fast, and easy, there is no excuse on taking your life to the next level. If you got a lot of value out of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me grow the channel in order to produce more content like this, in order for you to take your life and your business to the next level. But I thank you so much for you guys' time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Album and problems release. You sharpen your bars and set the bar, and the problems should cease. This never will happen on terrain like I'm riding a Jeep. Y'all wanna be popular.